I built a vacuum tube Tesla coil, and it's the first one I built since 1972, I think, and I thought I'd put it up here in case anybody's interested. It's pretty compact. It only takes up 8 inches by 12 inches of desk space, and I modeled it in CAD for the most part before I built it, and I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. I put up some circuit diagrams, and some of these I borrowed from other people who posted here. And I highlighted some of the important parts in color, and I added a little text to try to break down and simplify how this thing works. I swapped out the 811A vacuum tubes in the circuit diagrams I saw for something called a 572B, which is a direct plug-in replacement, and it's a little more durable, and it has a graphite anode, and it can take a little more abuse. And I can't seem to overheat this thing, and I can run it for quite some time. I played around with putting different salts on top of the electrode, and the first one is it's very bright. It's a beautiful, almost blinding white light. It's potassium iodide, and the next one is just common table salt, and it gives off a kind of a pretty yellow glow. And the bright pink at the end of this segment is something called strontium chloride, and it's very beautiful and almost blinding. I'm discharging the output of the coil, the secondary, to my body, and it's a very high impedance source, so it's harmless. Also, I thought I'd cook a breakfast sausage, and with a little practice, I'm thinking maybe I could make a fine entree and develop my high voltage cooking skills. Here's some images of a fluorescent tube and three noble gases, and the colors don't show up very well with my poor quality camera, but they're very beautiful. The sky blue color, the purplish blue is argon, the peach color is helium, and the bright red is neon that probably everybody's familiar with. But this coil will transmit useful power over 4 to 5 foot range at this point. Like a musical instrument, these things have to be tuned, or another analog might be tuning in a radio signal. Uh, there's different ways to tune it. You could change the number of windings on the primary coil, or you could change the capacitance of the tank circuit, or you could just build an adjustable capacitor, which will enable you to get into the sweet spot. You can almost think of that old Memorex tape commercial where the glass shatters when it resonates in harmony with the musical tone. And there's all kinds of ways to build one of these things. And here's an example that's simple. Once I tuned it, I hung a fixed value capacitor on the tank circuit, and when I designed this, I made sure I had access to the tank circuit itself, so it gave me room to play and experiment, and it turned out pretty well. Well, it wouldn't feel right if I didn't introduce my assistant Daisy. She's very good with mathematics and also likes to test components with my various testers. Like I do with most things, I built this coil before I actually ordered any parts at all. I built it with an Autodesk product that's called Fusion 360, and it's free and available to hobbyists as long as you don't go commercial with it. There's some other wonderful packages as well. A Libre I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but they make a couple of software suites, and the simplest one is called Atom, and it's a wonderful modeler, and I have a subscription to that as well as using Fusion 360, and I'm happy with both. And being parametric modelers, they're all very similar to each other. I've recently finished another coil. It's a little bigger. It uses a single 833A vacuum triode tube, and it's pretty wild. I just got it running recently, and it's about double the output of the one in this video. And anyway, I want to try some new things with this coil. I've got a pretty complex a staccato interrupter to make and break the circuit that's coming in the mail. And I also thought I'd go back in time, because, well, I'm an old guy, and make a simple rotating commutator that makes and breaks a circuit driven by an electric motor. And then the next video I'll post, I'll demonstrate that. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the vid. I'll have more coming soon. Thank you.